Hello and welcome to tutorial 5 in the Tilemap tutorial Unity series. Now we're going to look at how to have a random tile so that the grass has some different shades and different colours in it when we create the map, so you can see the player moving around the world more obviously, and then we'll look to clamp the player onto the map as well. So let's jump straight into not the player controller. We want to look at the game manager, and at the top of the game manager we want to create a new class. That's going to be we're going to make it public class, and we're going to call it random tile. Public class random tile, and we're going to have a tile, and we're going to have what we're going to call this is the float weight. So we've got a random tile which has got a float and a weight. So we're going to do some funky things now. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to decorate this with a range. That range is going to be 0f to 1f. So now in Unity Editor, we are able to have a slider for the weight, and we're able to clamp that in the range of 0 to 1. So these tiles can have a weight. For this to work, we need to also decorate this with a system.serializable. Okay, system.serializable means that Unity can use it as a serialized field. So here we've got path tile. We're going to change that to path tiles, and we're going to change tile to random tile. Okay, that's going to break some of our code, but it's going to provide a lot of functionality as well. So if we just go down there, we're adding a path tile on mouse button down. We're actually going to get rid of this because we don't need that anymore. Let's get rid of the update as well. So generating map. When we're drawing the map, we are calling path tile. What we want to do is we want to get a random tile. So get random tile, and we want to pass into that path tiles. Click on the little light bulb and generate the method. So it's called it private tile base. I'm not sure exactly what tile base means, so we're going to cut that down to say tile. Tile base, maybe it must be the base class of tile. So we want to get the random tile. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a for each loop, and we're going to loop through for each random tile in path tiles. Something's gone wrong. This is an array. This is an array. There we go. Okay, so that's solved. Need a float for total weight. Let's just equal to 0f. And then we're going to say total weight plus equals tile dot weight. We've got to make these public. Public. It's not going to work. Has this solved anything yet? No. So now we need a random. So float. I'll get there in the end, don't worry. Float rand equals random dot range. Range, and we're going to go from 0 to total weight. Now, total weight is a float, so random range will automatically give us a float. No idea why it's complaining. System random and Unity engine random. We're using system at the top here. Are we using that as a player controller? No. Why are we using system? Let's get rid of it. Has that given us any other errors? No. Okay. So get random tile. Float rand equals random range 0, total weight. Excellent. So now we just want to take a look. So we want to go again for, let's just copy and paste. So for each random tile, and tile.path, if rand is less than tile.weight, return tile. That's confusing, isn't it? Those weren't very well named. Random tile. Is it Shift F2? Is it F2? Yeah. Let's call this random tile. Okay. And down here as well, F2, random tile. Or random tile. Oh, fantastic. F2, random tile. F2, random tile. That's not F2 properly. Okay. Rand minus equals random tile dot weight. Okay. It's still complaining because we're not returning anything if that doesn't work. So return path tiles 0 dot tile. So if all fails, we just return the first one. That's bugging me. So F2, and we'll call this random tiles. Okay, so get random tiles. So we have this concept of total weight, and we go through all of the random tiles and we add up the total weight. So the total weight is the weight of all of these random tiles. Then we get a random number which is between 0 and the total weight. So then we look at the for each loop. We've got the random tile in random tiles. If rand is less than random tile dot weight, then we return that tile, and then we minus the weight from that tile. So let's just think of an example where you have 3 tiles and all of them have a weight of 1. So the total weight is 3, and the random number that's generated is 2. So it gets to the first one, and we have 2. Is that less than the random tile dot weight? No, it's not. So then we go to we're going to minus 1 off the rand. So now rand equals 1. So 1 is less than the random tile dot weight. 1 is not less than 1, so it's not going to pick that. So when we're 2, it's actually going to pick the third one, because that's when it's less than the random tile dot weight. So basically when rand equals 0, then we choose the third one in the list. I hope that explains it. If you want a bit more of an in-depth explanation of how that works, I'm sure I could whip up a little animation for you or give some examples. But basically this is a way of calculating a weighted random, and you can really use this in lots of situations. In this situation, we're just using it to get a random tile. So let's save that up. And let's go into Unity. Now, if you haven't seen this before, it might be quite interesting. So if you go to our game manager, now we've got these path tiles. It's turned into an array rather than the blocker tile. So if we plus element 1, and we need to give it a tile, so we'll give it the grass, add another one, we'll give it grass 2, add another one, and we'll give it grass 3. Now we want the grass tile to appear the most, we want that to appear some of the time, and we want that to appear even less of the time. So we should see some variation in the tiles that we get now. So let's save that up, press play, cross our fingers, hope nothing breaks, and we've got some random flowers. And now when we move, we can see that we're moving because we've got sort of reference points with these different coloured tiles, so we know we're moving on grass. Excellent. Okay, so just to make this next bit a little bit easier, we're going to change this to 8 by 8, the height and width. Let's just see what that's done to us. so we can see the problem. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait. Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's good. So we've got an 8 by 8 map now. But what actually happens is we can move outside of the map. The floor is lava. We cannot move outside of the map. So we want to change that functionality. We want to clamp our player into the world. So let's have a look. So at the moment, on our player controller, we're simply doing this game object that transform position plus equals left. What we want to do is we want to add, is it going to be a void? Yeah, it's a void move player. And it's going to take in a vector 3 int, because that's what we have. Direction. Don't know what happened there. So what this needs to say is move player left. Yeah, that's in the right place. And let's take that out. So that's done a bit of refactoring. What's the quickest way to do this? I think this is the quickest way to do this. Oh, something's not working. Try again. I like a bit of refactoring now and then. So we're going to move the player when these things happen. When we press the buttons, we're going to move the player, or when we're using the gamepad, we're going to move the player. So move player in that direction. Game object resolution plus equals direction. What we're going to do is we're going to say we're going to have a vector 2 int or a vector 3 int. Let's use a vector 3 int. Vector 3 int target direction equals game object dot transform dot position. Game object dot transform dot position plus direction. It's complaining. Sorry. Sometimes it's interesting just to watch people fail miserably at what they're trying to do. Who are we getting somewhere? So let's just have a look at what we're doing. So the target direction is the X and Y position of our game object with the 0Z plus the new direction. So that's where we want to go. So we're going to say check, and we're going to say is in bounds. And say is in bounds. Target direction. And it's not target direction, it's target position. If is in bounds, target position, then we move. Otherwise, we're finished. We generate the method there. In bounds, so if sorry, I don't know what's going on. If target position let's rename that to position. If position is less than 0, or position.x is less than 0, or position.x is greater than width. We can make mistakes now. This is the interesting thing. We can make mistakes. Width does not exist in the current context. Ooh, now that's interesting. Because we're on the player controller now, and the player controller has no idea what the map width is. So game manager, we need public int get width return width. Let's just copy that and paste it, and we're going to return height. We're going to rename that to get height. Okay, so we need a game manager on the player. So void start, void start, void start, game manager, game manager, game manager equals game object dot find objects of type game manager. Okay, so now the player is aware of the game manager. So game manager dot get width. So if it's within that, so we're going to do or. Let's do another or. Or position dot y is less than 0, or position dot y is greater than game manager dot get height. Return false. Return true. So if it's less than 0, it's false. If it's greater than get width, it's false. If the position.y is less than 0, it's false. Position y.game manager is greater than the height, it's false. So let's see how terribly messed up this is. We'll save it. We'll go over into Unity. Okay, and we'll press play. If we go up, nothing's happening. So we can go out of the bounds, and up and down aren't working. So that's interesting. Wasn't expecting that. So why is my up and down not working? It was my up that's not working, my down's working fine. So it's greater than or equal to. If it's greater than or equal to. Save. Let's have another go. So we've created the map small, so we have a small area to test with. Can't go left. Can't go outside of the map to the side. Can't go outside of the map to the top. I can't go outside of the map to the bottom. So what we've basically achieved there is we're able to move our player around the map. The camera's able to follow the player, and we're able to have random tiles for the grass, and the player is clamped into the area, so that's the only area he can move around. So I think that's a job done for today, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much. Bye.